guys, today is 5:38. It is April 9th. It's a special day because it's Lexi and I's 11th month anniversary. I don't know how we got here so quick. I feel like I just messaged her for the first time like 4 weeks ago, but here we are 11 months later, so that's crazy. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different, and I may not say, however, if you've been listening, you'll know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. But what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to plug in my microphone, the pocket mic here, so you can see the difference. So this is me holding my phone, actually right in front of me. I'm in my bedroom, just kind of turning around. This is me holding my phone up close to my face, just like this. This is me kind of holding it down here to my side. This is me with the phone in my pocket and I'm walking. And then this right here, this is the professional microphone that is strapped to my chest right now. So this is how it sounds. So if you're curious about getting a mic, this is how it sounds. And yeah. Okay, and I actually just moved it. What the hell? I actually just moved it a little bit. So now it's in a slightly different spot. But yeah, only downside is I have to have this thing plugged into my phone. It's kind of bulky. I don't think it's bothered by touchscreen of my pants, so we're good. Okay, cool. So anyway, yeah, you put two and two together, I think you'll know what I'm up to here. But I don't know if I'm gonna say anything or not. Maybe I probably will, but I don't know, who gives a fuck. So today has been an interesting day. Sorry, I'm pounding yogurt right now. But today has been an interesting day. I gotta move my mic, dude. Pinching my neck. What do we do here? Where does this go? Does it go right here? I wonder if that's okay. Let's see what the audio's picking up. Yeah, the audio's picking shit up just fine. I feel like the other direction, yeah, it's fine. I feel like toward the direction of the mic, it seems like it's louder. Okay. That's me doing live tests right there. Anyway, I'm getting some shit ready. And I'm gonna go outside for a sec and then I'll explain what's going on. So hold on. I'm also just pounding the shit out of this yogurt. I now realize that I already said that, so yeah, I'm preoccupied right now, distracted as shit, but hold on. Almost there. Shit, do I need anything? Nah, we good. We good. Hold on. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Getting shoes on? Preston, why are you getting shoes on? Oh, I don't know. Hold on. This is the worst start of a podcast I've ever had, and we're 500 something episodes deep. 538, right? Alright, well, hold on. Almost there. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got this last thing to do, then we're good to go. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Gotta get this set up on my watch. Okay. Pretty sure I know my code. Let's see. Yeah. All right, cool. Now let's go. Okay, so holy shit. So today has been one interesting day, and the reason for that is because fuck it, dude. I started 75 hard. That whole intro, I was trying to keep it a secret. and not say anything, but yeah, whatever. So I don't really give a shit. Part of me wants to keep it a secret because I feel like I do really good when I'm not saying shit to anybody. But the other part of me wants to actually use this as social content, as documentation stuff, so that I have more content and stuff like that. But anyway, so the reason why today's been one hell of a day is because I started the program, and I made that decision about 10 o'clock this morning. I actually decided earlier this morning, but I really committed around 11 o'clock because I was like, okay, well, I need to get my nutrition under control. I need to get, my head back as far as discipline goes, stuff like that. So how can I do that? And I just thought, dude, fuck it. Let's just start the program. I don't really give a shit. I want to be better. And so let's just do it. So I did. And here we are. So the reason why today's been so sporadic and so crazy, Jesus Christ, is because what I was doing yesterday is I was editing videos, and I only edited 2, or I actually edited 3 technically. So I'm gonna cross the street, so it's probably gonna be loud as shit with cars for just a second, but it'll quiet down. So I was editing videos. I only got 3 done, and that's because I'm using CapCut. I'm not using Veed anymore. And Veed is quick. It lacks a lot of customization, but I don't really care. With CapCut, I can do so much, but it's limited with, or it's what the fuck am I saying, bro? I'm so distracted. With CapCut, I'm about to cross the street. Hold on. No, I'm not. God damn it. Okay, let's fucking restart. Jesus. With CapCut, I have unlimited. I can do so much with it. There's so many different features I can use. All right, we're crossing now. Oh shit. Okay, so with CapCut, there's so many features I can use. With Veed, there's not a lot. Oh my goodness, dude, these dogs. Hi. Hello. Okay, holy good Lord. Guys, I've been talking for probably 10 minutes and I haven't said a goddamn word yet. Okay, hold on. I'm eating yogurt, I'm walking in the middle of the road, I'm trying to record a podcast, dude, god damn. So, CapCut has a lot of features. It's just slow to edit because nothing's automatic. I have to do everything manually. With Veed, everything is very quick. But with, there's a lot, holy shit. This is the worst podcast I've ever recorded. There's a lot of features that I can't, okay. Dude. CapCut, there's a lot of features. It's slow. Veed, there's not a lot of features, but it's fast. That's all I wanted to say. And it took me a good amount of time to edit those videos yesterday because it just took so long. That didn't even make sense. So what I did today is that was all that was on the schedule for me today, was just edit videos. And I edited 2. It took me about an hour and a half to do it. And that was frustrating because I should have, in my mind, I should have gotten everything done. I should have completed all these videos because if you go back and listen to a few episodes ago, I did 11 in 5 hours. That was recording and editing. So why can't I do that now, And so that's why I'm so frustrated. And this happened about an hour ago where I'm trying to figure all this out, And what am I saying here? Oh, that was the other thing. I'm doing 75 hard. My diet is intermittent fasting. And so if I want to be able to eat at lunchtime tomorrow, I'm going to have to finish eating at 7 o'clock, which it is 7:10. And I'm still pounding this yogurt. And I have to get 220 grams of protein in every day. And that's pretty much it. So I want to get my calories in for sure. But that's not, I didn't make that my I didn't make that my, what do you call it? I didn't make that my rules for the diet or anything like that. So if I fall short just a little bit, that's fine. But I have to get my protein. And because right now I'm in a cut, and I want to see what I can do with 10 weeks of intermittent fasting on 75 hard. I think it'd be interesting to see how I can look in 10 weeks when the program is completed. So that's the whole idea there. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what I'm gonna turn around, dude. What am I doing? That's pretty much my diet, and that's what I'm doing. And so I needed to continue editing videos. I needed to get about 1,000 calories in, and I pretty much did that. I think I'm only short 100, but you know, that's fine, because in the grand scheme of things, in a week's time, if I make that up, if I have 100 more tomorrow, then we're good. I just want to get my protein in and stay in a deficit on a weekly basis. So that's that. So dude, I gotta be honest, it feels weird using this mic to record the show, because it's just on my shoulder. I got my weighted vest on, and I'm just talking. And I think what's really cool about all this is there's a lot of confidence built here from doing the recording myself in public, because I don't think I've done this before, but it seems like it was always at night. I always had my AirPods in too. Now, as silly as that sounds, having my AirPods in was easier for me to record, because somebody could look at me and they could say, oh, he's on the phone, because I could see his AirPod. That's literally how I justified the shit in my head. And it sounds so silly, I know. I'm very insecure in that regard. But yeah, it's all mental and doing better. Dude, I gotta eat this yogurt, so holy shit, hold on. Dude, I'm gonna be so sick. Right before I left to come out here, I had 2 of these protein muffins. I had a protein shake with some creatine in it, so I had to be shitting my pants. And now I'm down in this yogurt. I'm over on my time, so I'm gonna be eating lunch later tomorrow, which is fine. But that's not the plan. So with intermittent fasting, I made it part of my diet that no matter what, I have to adhere to the 8-hour or the 16-hour fasting window, rather than, well, I was a little late today, so I'll cut it short 15 minutes today, you know? And so I made that the rule. So as soon as I'm done with this yogurt, then I'll have my I think I'll have 225 protein in for the day, and then I'll be able to eat tomorrow, hopefully at 11:20. So not super late, but later than I want. But anyway, I'm very overwhelmed, dude, because let's go back to the Veed thing. Holy shit. CapCut has a lot of features, but it's slow. Veed has a lot less features, but it's fast. So out of frustration, I bought Veed back again, and it was $25 a month, so I'm not worried about that. I'd rather not pay anything, but it is what it is. And so I upload the videos, the files, to then edit, and it took about 4 minutes to import one file. And I thought, dude, what the hell? And then from there, it took another 4 to 5 minutes to transcode one of these video files so that I could then upload it, or that I could edit it, because my camera records in 4K. And previously, when I was using Veed, I was just using my phone, so the footage was just 1080p. So I definitely want 4K video. That's why the camera costs a little bit more, because it records in 4K. And that would suck to not be able to use the 4K because it slows everything down. So if I have 20 videos to edit, and it takes me an additional 5 to 10 minutes to upload the shit, then that's an additional 100 to 200 minutes spent editing. So if you put it in the middle, it's 150. That is 2.5 hours of nothing going on. It's just uploading. I don't want that, dude. I want to edit, and I want to get the shit done, and I want to do it fast. So when I found that out with Veed, I I actually canceled it. You still get it for the full month because you paid for a month. But I canceled it, or I turned off auto renewal. So now I just have CapCut again. So I kind of spent $25 for a month, and that's it. So rather than sitting there getting all pissed off and frustrated, which is exactly what I was doing, I thought, okay, dude, well, got to do my outdoor workout. So, you know, we'll learn, we'll figure this out. But I got to take a pause on this shit. Got to pause. Got to do my workout. Got to come home. And by the time I get home, dude, I didn't even start my workout. Did I not do it? Oh, that's annoying, dude. When did I'm gonna have to go back and figure that out real quick. I don't know how to do that. What time did I leave? I think I left at 7:05. Damn, I don't know, dude. Already starting us off pretty great. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna put it into maps. I'm gonna see how long it takes me to get home, and then I'm gonna subtract. I'm gonna add 1 minute. No, subtract 1 minute, and then that's the time that I'm gonna add to my timer here. So it says 11 minutes. I feel like that's fair. I think that's fair. 11 minutes? Yeah, I'm just gonna say 9. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I need to do 36 minutes to get this 45 in. So 36, that's what we're doing. Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, so when I did that, I knew that when I get back, I would pretty much just shower, and that'd be my night. And yeah, so see, I know that I'm getting a lot more comfortable because I'm walking right by a car that has got people in it, and cars on, whatever, and I'm just talking out loud like I don't give a fuck, dude, because I don't, and it's cool. So the talking in front of thing has definitely helped. And so one thing I've done is walking home from the gym. I walk in that back little alleyway. It's, I don't know, 20 feet long, or I don't know, 50 feet long. And I'll hold my phone up sometimes, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want people in their homes looking at me. But I had that thought, I was like, ooh, I could record more. It's a good spot to do it. And I didn't even have the feeling of, oh shit, dude, I can't because people are going to see me. It was just like, oh, who gives a fuck? And I'm not doing the best at articulating how I feel with things right now, but because I'm very distracted. But anyway, it's a good feeling. It's a lot of confidence. It's a confidence booster for sure. And yeah, pretty pumped about that. So anyway, it feels good to be outside. Actually, I haven't done any kind of outdoor cardio or walk or anything like this with a weighted vest on for 45 minutes in a while, actually, and it feels really good. I actually have no idea where the fuck I'm at. I'm at some park that's pretty close to my house, I guess. I've never seen this park, but it's a nice ass park. Makes you feel like my neighborhood is much nicer than I thought it was. That's cool. Dude, everybody's out playing and shit. This is fucking cool. Okay, there's a cock on the ground. Looks like somebody drew a penis in the cement. That's funny. But anyway, so, oh, that was the other thing. So with my outdoor workouts, regardless of the time, I'm not done until I do 2.5 miles, and that's just so I try to keep up a good pace. Because 2.5 miles for me is, I can do that in 45 minutes, but I gotta be hauling, you know. So that's kind of the rule I made. And I made it so that if I'm doing a normal walk without the weighted vest, I have to go 3 miles rather than 2.5 with the weighted. And that's just so it kind of forces me to keep up the pace if I want to get done in 45 minutes. An extra half mile normal walking speed, you know, it's 8 or 9 minutes. So kind of extends the workout if I want to be lazy, I guess you could say. So there's that. Dude, this park is sick. This park is badass, dude. They got so much here. Okay, well anyway, that's a little bit about 75 hard. That's my diet. That's my workouts. And then I'll finish on June 23rd. little bit of the motivation or the reason for this is because I want to be able to look good in California. I want to go. Dude, there's so many people. I want to be able to look good in California. I want to go. And because Lexi and I are road tripping to California, probably for a week. And I imagine we're going to be doing swimming stuff. We're going to be at the beach. So if I can just feel a little bit better about how I look, that would be freaking cool. So, kids nearby. That'd be really cool. So, not the full motive, but I'm just tired of feeling like I don't have control over shit. And who was I talking to this? I was talking to Lexi about this. You know, I was talking to the podcast about this. But if I do this outdoor cardio and I record a show during it, then because I have 30 minutes budgeted per night to do the podcast, and if I record that during my outdoor workout, then that means the outdoor workout actually is only 15 minutes added to my day. And when I justify it like that, it feels much better. I feel much better about it. So, hell yes, dude. But anyway, I'm gonna have to rearrange my calendar and my schedule a little bit. But the main thing that I actually wanted to talk about, I gotta finish this yogurt. This is ridiculous. I'm actually gonna pause and down this yogurt, and then I'll be back because I gotta get this done. So give me 1 second. All right. Okay, we got it done. I don't even know what I was talking about, but that's okay. So the whole reason why, the main point of this episode today was, so I'm making content, dude, and I'm looking at it, and I realize after I record it and I look at it that it's not good. I realize that the hook is not strong. I realize that the shots are not as dynamic as I'd like them to be. I realize that the color is not good. And this isn't me trying to pull myself apart here and focus only on the bad, but when I open up Instagram and I just scroll with the intent to learn, all the videos that are being presented to me are viral videos. That's why I'm seeing them, because I follow 6 people. And any content that I see, it's suggested to me. And the reason why it's suggested it to me is because it's gone viral, or it's suggested to me because the algorithm thinks that I want to see it, or if it applies to me, whatever. And that's great. But when I look at that and then I compare how well they did to how I did, I'm like, oh, dude, I did this all wrong. You know, my hook is bad. It's not that valuable. Things like that. And so when I think about all this, dude, it really gets me discouraged because I'm like, dude, this social media shit is a full-time job. You know, there's so much that goes into it that just doesn't meet the eye, you know? You know, if you're on the outside looking in to a YouTuber that's killing it, you might think that, you know, they've got it easy, all they do is make videos, and they get all these sponsorships, all this stuff. But dude, it's tough because it's what you're doing is you're playing dude, this sounds so rude, but you're playing a game for the people with the shortest attention spans. You're playing this game where you have to construct a video that psychologically captures a viewer to want to stay and watch your thing, and you're competing with some of the most absurd brain rot shit there is out there, and you're trying to actually help people and, you know, change people's mentalities with certain things, or teach them stuff, or help them with workouts and nutrition, or whatever it is. And trying to make some kind of video or hook that gets your point across, but also captures the attention, but also creates a curiosity gap, but also delivers extreme value while also maintaining their attention for the entirety of the video. Try crafting that from scratch based on what you think you're trying to make. That's hard, dude. It's very difficult, and I'm brand new at it. You know, if we're being honest, I've made 50 videos maybe, you know, so 50 videos, and I'm still feeling like I'm not making any headway. And that led me to the other thing. So Okay, so I'm actually gonna challenge myself. So there's two people on the bench up ahead, and I'm actually gonna walk towards them just so that I can get over this fear even more. And I'm just gonna keep on talking about my shit. So anyway, so I'm trying to make all this content, and it's funny because I'm doing Blade 3. No, I'm doing Blade 2. And for Blade 2, it is post 3 times a day on social. And 2 of those are reels that I'm supposed to post. And then one of those is a carousel post. And yeah, dude, it's just frustrating because I have to make so much. And I think if I didn't make so much and I just focused on the quality over the quantity, I think that would do me a lot better. But, I wanted to, I guess, raise the standard for myself that I could make 3. And how's it going?
Fine.
And I wanted to make at least 3 per day, so 2 reels and then 1 carousel. Dude, they smell like weed, bro. And I wanted to just do as much as I could to force myself to make the content, to get the fast feedback, to do good, all this stuff. But when you try to actually make it and then edit it all, dude, what a fucking joke, It's just, I'm not complaining, dude. I'm just speaking from ignorance. There's so much about this that I don't know. I don't have any kind of financial means to hire this out and have somebody edit my videos for me. I'm sure I'm a lot closer to that than I think. If you want to think about it this way, every client after 3 a month for me is money, is income that I can use to delegate processes and projects and systems to other people. So I gotta stop getting ahead of myself. I don't even have 1. How can I talk about 4? But if I get, is this even recording? Okay. If I get 3 clients, then that'll cover my bills, my finances, everything like that I need to survive, and then some. If I get 4, then that's an extra $1,500 that month that I can use to delegate content creation or hire a VA to get me more DMs, whatever it is. I can do that. Now, I gotta make sure that's consistent before I start just throwing out thousands of dollars. But when I think about it that way, it's one of those things that makes you feel like I'm much more within reach than I think I am. So I just gotta get there, dude. And truthfully, the one thing that I'm just not doing enough of is messaging people. I'm not in any kind of conversation. I'm not in any kind of community or engaging social media. I'm just a consumer right now, and I need to be a producer exclusively, but I need to be in these groups and do these things and all this stuff I build those relationships and those connections and all this stuff, man. That's what I need to be doing. So, dude, I have no idea where I'm at right now. I'm like 1.5 miles away from home. Let's go this way. This neighborhood, okay, I thought this whole time that my neighborhood was sketchy as shit. This neighborhood's nice, okay? You can just tell. There's also brand new homes over here that I had no idea about. And yeah, dude. Wow, okay, well that's cool. But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at with the whole social media thing. So I'm just gonna tough it out for the next 13 days or so, and then I'm probably just gonna resort back to posting once a day, but really focus on making the posts as good as I can, or even maybe twice a day, but post shit that's either very quick and easy to make or something that I can just do on the fly, on the spot, because I think twice a day is probably a sweet spot. I was looking more into this, and it seems like posting multiple times a day is great up to a certain point, and then after that certain point there's diminishing returns, and it's also negative. So because this is how crazy I am, dude. I was like, okay, what if I post 4 times a day? And the whole thought process behind that was I can make 1 piece of content, make 3 different hooks, and then make 1 long, make 1 medium, and make 1 short, and then see how they do compared to one another. Okay, we got another person coming up. So we're gonna keep on talking. We're gonna see if I don't stutter. or pause or anything. Probably like 20 steps away. But anyway, so I wanted to see if I could do that. So I was like, okay, I'll make 3 posts, 3 different hooks. Well, I'll make 3 posts, they're the same post, but I'll just crop some stuff out, make it shorter. I'll have one that's long, I'll have one that's medium, and then one that's short. Use a very similar hook, and then compare. How's it going? Doing good. And then I'll compare those to one another and see which one does best. Dude, it's so satisfying to so fucking stupid, dude, because I know how ridiculous it is, but it's so satisfying to face your fears like this. Cool, man. But yeah, that was the whole idea, and I was like, dude, I can make that easy because it's just filming one video, but then just cropping more out and then changing the hook. That's it. And that would be 3 videos, and I could do that in the same amount of time that it takes me to make one, maybe an extra 5 minutes for the hooks. And that way I could split test all 3 of those with one another, because the only thing that would be different would be the length and the hook. And I guess you're not supposed to do one variable at a time, but that's that, so that's cool. And yeah, anyway, so I was like, okay, I'll just do that. That's 4 posts, well, that's 3 posts, and that's very little additional work. I wouldn't have any problem just posting if it was ready to go. So no harm, no foul. And after today, I'm like, nah, fuck that, dude. Because I only edited 3, so I edited 5 videos in about 5 hours. And I don't know how the hell I did it the first time. Maybe I was just caring too much. I don't know. Well, the first time what I did was actually put it all into one clip, and then I exported it, and then I got 1748 on my first mile here, but I guess from my watch anyway. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so after today, I'm not about that, dude. This is something that I need to not do, because, dude, I just need to trust people who tell me shit and give me advice that are above and beyond where I'm at. You know what I mean? Because in the group, I said, hey, if I'm able to post 3 times a day, oh, that's what I was actually gonna say. I gotta go back a little bit. I'm gonna try to remember to go back, but I said, if I can post 3 times a day, should I? And one of the first responses was, no, because if you're able to, chances are you're neglecting other areas of your business that need more attention or more focus right now. And it would be better to spend the extra time doing those things as opposed to making content, especially if your content isn't sticking or if you are loose firing, all that stuff. And I thought, okay, challenge accepted, bitch. I'll do 3. And I definitely didn't act on that as soon as I should have, but I did. And that's that. But anyway, so with the posting more, I think it's good. It's a good lesson learned that I can post 3 times a day, but it's very difficult to do so, especially when making content. And I think it might be better if I just tried to make each piece, if I just focus a lot more, if I spent the same amount of time, that's a good way to put it. People have a bridge and a river in their backyard. That is so sick, dude. Bridge to Terabithia vibes. If you know, you know. Sad. But if I spent the same amount of time on 3 reels per day, or 3 posts per day that I do with just 1 post per day, I think that my quality of reels could boost up drastically, because I'd be focusing. So let's just say it's the same amount of time. I would then be, I'm just gonna pull out numbers out of my ass. Instead of spending 20 minutes on 1 reel, I would spend an hour on 1 reel. And I'm about to walk in front of more people. Dude, we got a whole group of people. And so instead of focusing all that same time on 3, I'd focus on 1. How's it going?
How are you?
Doing good. Oh, I got you, bro. And so instead of all those 3, it would be just 1. And for example, I could do, these grocery store videos where I'm talking about all that shit. I could do actual workout videos where I'm doing stuff with the gym and workouts and exercise and stuff like that. Stuff that I see in the gym, or that I see on my feed about the gym, Because to be honest, the kind of shit that I am making, I don't see, you know? So that should be my first indication that perhaps I'm making the wrong shit. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm making the wrong shit. I just think the format and things like that are just way off. I don't think they're spot on. I mean, the hooks are bad. It's all good. We'll learn. But yeah, so when social media, when I'm scrolling and it's got my attention, I'm trying to do better at figuring out why these reels are being shown to me, because if they are going viral to a certain extent to be shown to me, they did something right. Now, what did they do right? Now, what I've noticed is that the videos that do well, their hooks are great. I can see, holy shit, dude. Their hooks are great, and I can see that it's a hook, and I know exactly how they did it, know the format, I can see it, clear as day. Second thing is they use text on screen with the hook. So for example, if someone says, the fastest way to grow a company if you are XYZ, they'll say that, but then the text on screen will also say, fastest way to grow XYZ company if blank XYZ, whatever. Yeah, fuck these dogs, bro, I'm done. So, yeah, I'm aware now, I'm more aware, I should say, of these. I think I need to turn around and go home, dude. I think I'm pretty far away. Let's see. Let me check this out real quick. Go home in 20 minutes. Yeah, shit. Okay, I'm 19 minutes away from home. So let's head home. Shite, dude. Let's go left, right, straight. We're gonna go straight left. What are we doing here? Should we walk on the main road? I don't know. There's a lot of cops that drive through here. That makes you feel extra safe. However, why is there so many cops around? Am I gonna get mugged? Dude, this neighborhood is giving me Colorado vibes, and it's making me miss FedEx, dude. Damn it. Wow. Okay, so anyway, all this to say, and I think I'm gonna end the show here because I'm done talking. I wanna just walk in silence for the last little bit home, to be honest, but I think for me, dude, I just get overwhelmed and discouraged when I'm in the heat of the moment like that. So if I just take a step out and literally just go for a walk like I'm doing now, I think that's just better for me for so many different reasons. So I think as long as I can stay on top of that, I think I'll be all right. Because sometimes I am just so bummed, and I think about quitting almost every day. I never consider it though. I just think about it. For example, I just saw the Minecraft movie. Seems like the people who have seen it, like friends and family, they are now getting back into the game. For example, my little brother, he's really into it again because he just downloaded a shit ton of mods for Minecraft, and I'm not going to go into depth and explain that, but just basically adds on a lot of different features for the game. And he's sending me screenshots and videos and all this stuff, and I'm like, damn, dude, that looks so much fun. Like, I would love to be able to just play that all day long, you know? And I think it's just the trade-offs that you have to be willing to make. And I think I'm just okay with making them now, which is, okay, I'm probably not going to be able to game like that or play those games as much as I want, if at all. And it's probably not good if I even play it once, because I don't even want to introduce that. I don't want to know how fun it is again, because I'll get hooked, and I think I know myself well enough in that regard to not do that. So same with RuneScape, same with Call of Duty. Dude, I would love to just play that shit all day. That's a very simple life. You work, you go home, you game. Sounds like a dream, but that would not do anything for my long-term goals. That would not do anything for my future family, for my kids. That would not do anything for me. And everything that I've worked up to build up to this point would just be one big waste. Well, I wouldn't say a waste. It would just be a lot of momentum just halted all of a sudden, you know, because I'm 538 deep. I don't know how many other people have done 538 straight like this. Maybe they've, you know, people like Joe Rogan, they've got over, 3,000 episodes? But not every day, you know? So it's one thing I got going for me. Nobody's gonna have the day-to-day documentation of all this shit, so definitely have the upper hand there. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. I think I'm done here. So what I am gonna do one more time is I'm actually going to record a little story post, because I have not done that once. I guess I've done it once. No, I'm gonna do it. Posted one earlier. I was talking about what people wear to the gym, but I just don't feel like it's worthy of what I'm going for here. So I'm gonna do 2 more. And I'm gonna do it right now. So I need to do my crucible too. I've walked by plenty of people, but I haven't been holding my phone out. So I need. Actually, I'm gonna keep on recording until I come across somebody. Let's see, we got someone over here. Dude, what's crazy is right now I just don't give a shit at all. Like I'm gonna hold my phone high as shit right now. Dude, I'm tired. This is tough. I got 40 pounds on my back. Only on my back, not my front. I need to get a rucksack, but I got a weighted vest. But I choose to put all the weight on the back, so it kind of forces me to hold myself up like this. Okay, so I'm gonna start recording this shit now. I don't even know what to say, but we're gonna do 2 birds with 1 stone. We're gonna do the story and the crucible in one shot. So let's see here. Let's get this out. Okay, what should I say? Okay, does anybody have any guesses what I could possibly be doing outside with a rucksack on, with a, yeah, I don't know what I was going with that, but, fuck. Does anybody have any possible ideas okay. God damn it, is this recording, bro? Holy Lord. Okay, so this cut out, I honestly have no idea where it stopped. I'm using this mic right now, so I can't just go back and listen to it. I have to unplug it and then play it, and I don't want to do that. So I don't know where it stopped, but I just recorded a story and a crucible all at the same time. So now I just have to post one more time and then post on my story one more time, but my crucible is done. No complaining, gossip, or bullshit, bitching talk. And my rigger is done. I took out the trash for the cleaning lady today at work. So that's where we're at. So I got to do one more post on my story and then carousel post, and then we're good. So yeah, that's it. So appreciate you guys listening. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.